it to Russia, and if they can cut off those pipelines, it would actually make my family money, because my family's not in oil, but I do have family that has like little gas wells and stuff. They're all over Texas, and you basically don't even get any money from them. Your taxes go up on the property, and you barely make any money. So I would actually make money off shutting down those Russian gas lines, or my family would. But I'm still against it. But yes, it would be a boom for the gas industry. There's also anti-oil, I should add, because they're in competition with it, and coal. I would make money, or my family would, if we shut coal down. Because every time I'm pro-coal, just because it's half our power and cheap and clean now with the new scrubbers, it's like, you must be in coal. I don't own one coal stock. None of my family does. But I will disclose that I've got most of my family in East Texas has got a few gas wells on their property. You know, you make like $1,000 a month off of them or something, but then turn back around, your property taxes go up, you know, $10,000, $20,000 a year. It's literally break even. It's incredible. But I'm sorry, I digress. Go ahead.
But my point is that, you know, Russia, when you look at the pipelines, I lived in the Qing Heilongjiang province, which is the northeast province of China. And, you know, that's the province where Japan first invaded. They went through Harbin, which is about 2 hours from the Qing. And the Qing's oil fields are the third largest in the world. A lot of people don't know that. And they have huge pipelines from the Qing to Russia, because, you know, the Qing is, you know, right by the Siberian High. It's about 4 hours by flight, I'd say, to the Russian border. And then, so you take that's the, you know, the right leg of the tripod, okay, of Russia, as far as pipeline. So the middle tripod is the Middle East, subsequently Syria, and Russia and China. The reason we didn't go into Syria is because, you know, Russia and China have huge oil contracts with Syria. So there was lots of pressure from on America from Russia and China, because they didn't want those contracts basically to be seized. Because if we would have invaded Syria, we basically would have taken their oil. Okay, so that's the middle part of the tripod, okay? And it's interesting that right after this Ukraine thing, Israel bombs Syria, right? It's kind of like, okay, this is the next, you know, leg that we're going after. And I'm not anti-Israel. I'm not, you know.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have to preface it to point out Israel's grand strategy that fits into the larger global Anglo-American strategy. It's a fact. It's stated. Wesley Clark's given speeches about it. All the countries that are going to be invaded, they got to take out Syria to then take out Iran. It's just a fact. And again, it's not that Syria's good or Iran's good. It's that the West is doing this offensively to control the resources, not even to give them to the American people. That'd be bad enough. We are all being preyed on, just like the Syrians, just like the Iranians. Israel uses endless war to be able to take Israelis' liberty. Our government uses endless war to take our liberty. The German government uses the terror threat to take liberty. It's all a giant power grab excuse.
Yeah, and so basically, you know, so Ukraine's sorry, I'm trying to stay focused.
What's the bottom line geopolitically? How are things going for the New World Order?
The bottom line geopolitically is the European Union and Soros, they've already gotten Ukraine. They've got 90% of Ukraine, so that peg of the leg has been taken.
Yeah, that was a huge it was a huge victory.
It was a huge victory. So what this does is it may make the corporations money, but what it does is it raises the price of natural gas for the Americans, okay? So it's bad for the American people as far as natural gas prices.
Helps my dad, though.
And it makes Russia forced to raise their prices on China, because if the Europe axis is taken out as far as the pipeline, Russia has to raise their prices on China. So that puts pressure on China, which is why that whole Japan-China thing has been going on, is they're putting pressure on China to join the European Union. Because if you put pressure on Russia, they have to raise their prices of their oil.
No, I understand. They're taking out Russia's dominance in Central Asia and into Western Europe, Eastern Europe, in petroleum goods. And that's exactly the grand chessboard, and that's the grand strategy, 1997. It's the Zbigniew Brzezinski grand chessboard. Really great points. Skipping this network break, going to the bottom of the hour here. All right, so let's go to the next caller here. Abe in California. Go ahead.
Peace be upon you, earthlings. I am a Jedi, and they bring a message of pure light, and I just want to give some insights into our universal destination. About the whole thing that he was talking about, oh, I like Obama, all that stuff, I think he might be kind of basing that on a recent channeling that was talking about Obama being a worker of light. I have no idea whether that's true or not, and God only knows if that's true. When I see Obama throwing everybody out of his administration and then, whatever, this guy's got to prove something to prove that. But that's not why I'm calling, okay? What I'm calling is I want to give insight into the master's master. We see what's going on geopolitically. We see what their agendas are. Now, why do they do it? What's the motive here? Who the heck in their right mind would want to do such things to anybody? Well, I'll tell you, these people are empty. Okay, these people serve the Sith Lord. Let's just use the Jedi analogy because it's the easiest. Okay, the Sith are empty. Okay, they are empty beings. Their souls have no charge anymore. Okay, they are empty beings, meaning they are deviated far from zero. They're in the negative, okay? They need suffering, anger, jealousy, all these things. They need them to fill a empty void that they have accumulated doing all the evil things that they've done, okay? You are born in the positive, just above zero.
All right, well, listen, okay? I got to jump because I promised to get to all these callers by the end of this segment, but I hear you. It's very interesting. Let's talk to Silly Rabbit, then Lori and others. Silly Rabbit in Wisconsin, you're on the air. Go ahead.
What's up, Doc? I got a question for you, kind of as a devil's advocate question. Is there any justification you could give, let's say, where the Earth would hang in balance or, imminent invasion or conquest by transdimensional creatures that would warrant this Orwellian...
We have been invaded by transdimensional creatures. And then they're led by Janet Napolitano. You don't think that's an actual human, do you?
No, I definitely do not. I definitely do not.
It's the transdimensional creatures that want the global government to conquer us, and they pose as Hillary Clinton and as Janet Napolitano and as Janet Reno and as Rachel Maddow. And the reason, again, is they don't have a lot of different Earth suit outfits. They only have a few that they vary a little bit. That's why they all look so similar. Madeleine Albright.
Okay, so you would say that there is justification for use of such
Sir,
technology?
goblins are real. Sir, goblins are real.
Hello?
I think you're being sarcastic, so that's why I was being sarcastic back. I'm going to tell the New York Times, I do not actually believe that that Janet Napolitano is a alien. Though I think her spirit is very alien to humanity, I do believe Michelle Obama is a giant snapping turtle. So I wanted to be clear about all that. Look, I've been on air a little bit too long and a little bit dingy here. But caller, of course there's ways to unify humanity. Of course there's ways to have a global federation and to have humanity work together. The problem is the global government they're bringing in is designed to bring in eugenics and dominate and reduce population forcibly. And so... that's why I'm against it. If you had some global federation where you couldn't give up your sovereignty, but countries and people, if they wanted to, could vote to like aid each other in larger projects, that's wonderful. And that's how they sell global governance, is this kumbaya deal. That's not what's going on. Pardon me?
I totally agree with you.
Okay, good, because your audio was faded down. So,
I'm sorry, yeah, I agree with you. And I somewhat agree with Riley, how he was saying with aliens. And I know you don't believe the whole link to geopolitics, but I'm sure you're pretty aware that the New World Order and all those 1%ers, they're very much so into their cult. And now in the age where we're living, where the occult, these alien and transdimensional creature stories and science are merging together with quantum sciences.
Well, listen, I hear you. I got to jump. Let me just say this, okay? I kind of had Riley on as a joke. And then now it's people are talking about aliens. That was a joke, folks. Okay? And look, regardless, there are people that steal what they've got and get in gangs and con people and produce BS and lies to make themselves the heroes. You see it in losers everywhere. Then there's people that actually build things or super good looking, or great poets, or great musicians, or great mathematicians, or great artisans who become successful because they have great minds and they join with others to build a better civilization. That's the kind of people I'm looking for. That's the kind of people that we build a free will society based on honor and individualism, or we build a collective society built on nightmares. That's the two different types of civilizations. And there's variants of both, and all civilizations a mix. But I can't just give somebody a throwaway line that saves the whole world, like they say in Caddyshack, Unga Galunga.
So I jump ship in Hong Kong, and I make my way over to Tibet. And I get on as a looper at a course over there in Himalayas. A looper? A looper. You know, a cat, looper. Jack. So I tell them I'm a pro Jack. And who do you think they give me? The Dalai Lama himself. The 12th son of the Lama. The flowing robes, the grace, all striking. So I'm on the first tee with him. I give him the driver. He hauls off and whacks one. Big hitter, the Lama. Long. Into a 10,000-foot crevice right at the base of this glacier. Do you know what the Lama says? No. Gunga, galunga. Gunga, gunga, gunga.
So I got that going for me.
So we finished 18.
That's good. Somebody shot that off of television. I think somebody's playing ping pong in the background. But other than that, good to shot. Good job finding that clip so quickly there. Not a good shot for the Dalai Lama, though. Let's talk to Lori in Texas. Just signed up for Obamacare at the Obamacare website. How'd that go for you?
It didn't go well at all, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was busy sneezing. I can hear you loud and clear. Roger, Lori. Can you hear me?
All right. Well, I must say, my warning goes out to all the people that do not know the truth, and Alex Jones spreads the truth. Now, I will say that the reason I got weak, Alex Jones, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm broke and weak, and I signed up for medical because I needed medical. And I felt like, you know what, everybody's telling you this stuff, let's go on and do it. You know what? I went on that site, I went on the website, and on the telephone with operators. Every system broke down. Every single system broke down. But you know what's really scary to me right now, Mr. Alex Jones, is the fact that they not only have my Social Security number, all of my information. They have my boyfriend's information who lives with me. They have my birthday.
It's basically a giant data dump to get you to waive your rights, to find out who isn't insured and who has waived their rights into a court proceeding to now have the IRS come after you. I mean, they're going to try to institutionalize you, basically. And by institutionalize, suck you into the wormhole. Listen, guys, type into the search engine the NSA hub, tunnel spider or spider web, because, I mean, that's what it is. It's a spider web. Come get your free goodies. You know, you need it. And then you go in and, it's not what Ellen DeGeneres said it would be.
No, it's not at all. And every person that I talked to 5 different people, and every 5 people wanted my Social Security number. Every 5 person. And every 5 times that I went through the system, every time they said my computer crashed on the Obama, the healthcare.gov system. So please, my message is, listen, I should have listened to you, Alex Jones. I really should have.
Well, ma'am, you're sweet, but let me just say this, Lori. We have up on screen for TV viewers an actual shot of the Obamacare phone center. And when you call that number, they've got really nice people that are there to help you. Just walk on into the dark, go right down that hallway, and there's somebody. You can see somebody being served by one of the Obamacare representatives right there. And look, it looks like they're having a good time. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But now, Mr. Jones, my question to you, as just somebody, I'm just a constituent, I'm just a person on the street, I don't know, you know more than me. Now, they have all of my information, sir.
Well, ma'am, they already had it. They needed you to waive your rights and then be filed into their system so they could later try to garnish your wages.
Exactly. Like, look, if I had depression 10 years ago, which I did, they're going to hold that against me, ain't they? They're going to hold.
Well, ma'am, I mean, they want you dead. I mean, they want to actually kill everybody in the final equation. This is just part of getting rid of our healthcare system so they can carry it out. You're going to be fine. We're going to shoot this law down. It's going to blow up in their face. We're exposing it. We're going to defeat it. So don't worry. They've got which when they start calling you and threatening you and all that, politically, we're going to defeat them. Great job to the crew. See you back tonight, 7 o'clock, Nightly News. Prison Planet TV.
We're on the march.
Your little ding.